So while the barkeep Simon is away, Tug starts whispering to Durf and Carl. Maybe we want to emphasize that this meeting with the king has to be like alone or at least in private with no prying ears outside of maybe one representative or our group or whatever, however we can work that out. So maybe we can, ambush his ass and then slide out.
Well, here's what we could do. We could set up the meeting for one of you guys to go, or both of you guys to go, and I could creep off in some little animal form or something, and keep an eye out for approaching ambush or something like that.
I think that he's not going to agree to a meeting with just him and us, or one person and him and us.
He is the king.
Right. So I think we're going to have to steal
the MacGuffin. Leave it up to me, Tug, the best burglar in the group, easily.
I think we should probably try and set up a meeting and then
find out where the MacGuffin is.
Not show, or try and hide and then see where he retreats to.
That's what I'm saying. I could show up as a fucking stray cat or something.
That's true. We could say, hey, the meeting is between Tug and Carl and the king. Have this guy set it up for 2. And then, yeah. Actually, I like that. It's pretty good.
I just think we just don't go to the meeting.
And just spy on him?
Yes. And then see where he goes back to. And if we can figure out and try and go at night, maybe people will be less alert and maybe we can sneak.
That's actually a really good plan, too. All right. So we'll see what
let's see what Simon says.
We'll see what Simon can arrange.
I did not foresee this happening when I created the character's name. But I'm glad you took it that way.
Okay, cool. So we fall asleep now.
All right, you guys sleep after kind of planning out. I don't even know whatever the hell your plan was.
We do have 2 solid game plans, which is good.
Okay,
it's just better than we have literally any other time.
That's true.
Sweet. Okay. You wake up and you wake up the next morning and there you see 3 sets of burlap woven cloaks laid out on chairs near you. And there's a note on the chair that it says lots to do. We'll return this evening. Explore the city if you must, but wear these. They will help you blend in with the locals. And you see a little S signature at the end of the note.
You guys, I think that's probably from Simon.
Yeah, good idea. I'm going to refer you now to the map, all these different places. There is the Rags, which you're at right now, which is the poorest area of the town. There is the Midtown, Lowtown Market District, where a bunch of people sell different stuff. There is the Temple District, Carl.
Yes, that's where I want to go.
There might be some monasteries and temples there. You can kind of figure out what you want to do. Yeah. Simon's giving you the day to explore the town before any kind of meeting happens.
Should we split up?
You can.
I think we should probably stick together in case one of you get caught.
Why would I get caught? I'm the sneakiest one out there.
I can turn into an animal.
We ain't getting caught. Let's split up. Don't be a puss, man.
Okay.
You know what I totally forgot, Carl? I totally forgot about your to mention the symbol that you don't have anymore.
Yeah, that's that's why I want to go to Temple District, because I need a new holy symbol.
Okay, so you guys cool with splitting up? I mean, it's just
I'm. Wait, let me throw something out there. All right, so we're in the Rags right now, right?
Correct.
So what I kind of wanted to do
literally
today,
and figuratively,
because I used to fucking hang out with Riff Raff back home before everybody died, was kind of talk to the Riff Raff around in the Rags and see if I could kind of get a sense of what's going on in town and see if we can get any good information out of it.
What if You two go out, and I just open the bar up for the day and just work the bar.
Why don't we do this? Because this is, you guys all kind of want to do different things. So, Tug, why don't you hang back at the bar, wait for Simon. Durf, we can resolve you talking to the riffraff in the rags. And Carl, you can go to the Temple District and do what you want to do. And then you all do your own thing. You only have a day, so you can't do everything all in one day. And we could do separate stuff.
Okay.
Like, I'm not really interested in shopping and stuff because I think that, like, if we're in literally burlap sacks, I think shopping will kind of be a giveaway.
Well, they're like cloaks. You're not like Little Orphan Annie's. You are
right. But if we stroll up to Midtown and start buying freaking gear and shit, like that seems pretty.
Yeah.
I also don't have any money. I have 80 gold.
Oh, that's right. I'm the only one that still has buku bucks.
Yeah, that's right.
Because I'm the best burglar in the group.
We'll split you guys up. That's fine. You guys each want to do different things. So, all right. So let's resolve Carl first. Okay. So, Carl, as you walk through the town, you walk into the streets of the rags, and you see very, very few people, and they all seem to be old. There's no children around in the rags. Everyone is poor. There's just a dirty streets and buildings with windows broken out. And you walk through the rags and you walk up through Midtown, and honestly, it's not really that different. Midtown, which you heard from Aaron was once kind of like the middle class, seems pretty low. There's a few more people around, but the streets are still dirty. People are giving you side glances as you're walking through. It's not great. And you get into the market district, and a few people try to stop you. Big alleyways that were once filled to the brim with different people that were trying to sell stuff are now, there's just spotted with a couple different shops that are still open. And the inventory is slim. And you finally, by the afternoon, reach the Temple District. And it's really not looking in much better shape. The streets of the Temple District are dirty and completely empty, and there's actually kind of like a chain that goes around the outer edge of it that you have to crawl underneath. Old cathedrals and shrines to various gods stand still and quiet. From the outside, once beautiful stained glass windows are now shattered in pieces along the street. What doors remain in these broken temples are locked and barred from the outside, for the most part. Are you looking for anything in particular here?
Particularly, I'm looking for any sign of Mashakal, a temple of Mashakal.
Okay. Basically, right now you are holy symbol-less.
Correct.
Right from inside the tomb, you left your holy symbol at the feet of Sabbatha's statue. So that's going to hurt your ability to cast some of the spells that you want to that are kind of holy in nature. So yeah, that's cool. So you're seeking out Mashakal's temple, and you take quite a while searching for this temple, walking in and out of a few open places that have been stripped down to the studs. Not a statue or relic in sight. You realize as you're walking through that this must have been the first place to be compromised by Karsus when trade stopped and he needed more money for the things he wanted to do. And you remember Aaron telling you that he kind of looted different areas of the town for his own palace and the things that he wanted to build. So that's probably why all this stuff is all torn up. And at last, after walking for a while, you see the temple. Deep in the heart of the district, you come to a large stone building, tall columns reaching up to support a pediment containing the infinity symbol of Mashakal carved in stone.
I mean, there's nobody in the streets.
There's nobody in the streets. Completely empty district.
All right, I'm going to enter the temple.
Okay. The temple it's dark. It's really dark, although streaks of light break through the wooden planks that cover the outside windows, casting long lines across the cracked marble floor. In the center of the room are the broken remains of a beautiful statue of the Blue Lady, now in pieces on the floor. All that remains is a circular base of stone surrounded by 6 empty plates that once held offerings of the faithful. So what would Carl do, like in this space alone?
I think I'm gonna go. I would walk up and just kind of try and pick up the pieces of the statue of the Blue Lady and try and reconstruct the statue as much as possible.
Oh, sweet. Okay, so you're picking up pieces of the statue and you're like putting it back together for the most part. Not all the pieces are there or too crumbled to kind of come together, but you make this makeshift statue of the lady and you call out to this inside this space, and it echoes across the walls. And a large blue flame appears in the center of the stone statue. And one by one, in each of the small stone plates, little flames appear and flicker for a moment. And the smaller flames start to spin around. And they spin faster and faster and faster until the central flame in the statue begins to rise into a pillar that's growing and growing high up into the ceiling. It grows, and you step away from this because you're kind of scared at this point. This is kind of scary.
Yeah.
Just a lot of stuff's going on that you didn't really expect. All of a sudden, the flames stop in midair and freeze, and the pillar floats there for a minute, slowly, like a suspended waterfall of flame, turning and pulsating, but you don't really feel any heat. The base and the top of this pillar turn in on themselves, forming a perfect circle which twists into the infinity symbol of Mashakal, which explodes into thousands and thousands of blue butterflies that swirl all around you and inside the temple. The butterflies fly towards the center above the statue base, and their wings form a single word clear as day. And that word is ask.
Mishakal, show me a sign, give me reason, help me to understand. What is my purpose?
Okay, the butterflies kind of float around for a little while, and they come back together and form the word faith, and explode once again and float around and come and form the word courage.
Clearly you were here. I had faith. I had faith in you. And you allowed my village to be devastated, my father to die, my sister to die. How am I supposed to continue?
Okay, the butterflies explode once again and fly out, furiously fly around this room and float back together and form the word mankind, and then burst out and come back together and form the word hate, and once again the same motion and the word pride. And then it notices that you're kind of pausing, and it explodes again and comes back together and forms the word hope.
I need a symbol. My previous one, my father's, I gave away. It was not truly mine. I need a symbol of my own. Is this something that you can provide me?
Okay. The word hope kind of suspends for a little while, and the butterflies slowly part and start to swirl around each other once again. And they slowly form into these blue flames that swirls again into this pillar. And the pillar turns and flies straight through your chest. And for a few seconds, this pillar is swarming around your body, and you feel the sensation of heat, but immense joy and kind of power pulsating through your blood. And you look down into your chest, and you see an infinity symbol in flame, burned into your armor. And your shield from your back floats up and comes to meet you in front of your body, and it's floating there. And you see another flamed infinity symbol burned into your shield. And your shield is now your new holy symbol for your spells. And the flame fades away, and you're left with an engraving of the infinity symbol in your shield.
That was fucking sweet.
I will be your symbol of hope for the masses. I will prevail.
Sweet. Okay, so you sit there and kneel for a while and pray to Mashakal in this conversation. And you hear from outside the temple a series of pounding feet as dozens and dozens of guards surround the temple and bust through the doors. And you're now surrounded by a circle of a dozen guards. And you feel the same sensation, that warm sensation that you felt before, flash before your eyes, even though nothing comes out. And you just hear the word clear as day in a woman's voice in your head. And it says, trust, surrender. And one of the guards says, halt! Drop your weapons.
I will do as you say, but know that I am the light bringer.
That's dope. All right, they swarm around you, and they grab your weapons, and your hands are shackled, and you are led outside the temple by these guards. All right, let's switch to Durf. So you guys don't have any idea that any of this shit happened.
Right.
Okay. All right. Well, shit. That was intense. That's way more than I had planned out for this. Okay. So here's what I'm gonna do.
Anything you're about to do is not planned out by me, so this will be fun.
Well, we had to kind of do that because I had to get a holy symbol.
Right.
Yeah.
All right. Well, so I'm gonna kind of walk around the rags, and back when I was living in our town, I kind of knew that a lot of times, like kids, young, kind of riffraff, poor kids, a lot of times knew what was going on around town more so than other people. And also, I can talk to animals. So I'm kind of walking around, and I'm looking around for anybody who looks like they might be the kind of person who might have information, but keeping a particular eye out for any kids creeping around or stray cats or whatever that I might be able to talk to.
Okay, yeah, you walk down the streets of the rags, and let's say you come across maybe like a teenage kid that's creeping in. You catch him creeping in through a window.
Nice.
You notice there's some shady stuff going on here.
Okay, he's creeping in like a first floor window.
Yeah.
Off the street or off an alley?
Off an alley. You walk down the streets, you catch a glimpse of him down the alley.
Oh wow! Certainly don't want to interfere with his heist. Well, I guess maybe I'll wait for now. I'll keep an eye out for him. He doesn't know I'm there, but I'll keep an eye out for him. See if anybody's coming.
Okay, sure. Yeah. So he doesn't notice you. He crawls through this window, and after a couple minutes, you hear some rustling inside this house, and he crawls back out, and in his hands is like a moldy old piece of bread, which he kind of collapses to the floor and sits and starts taking some bites out of it.
All right. Well, unfortunately, let me see. I don't think I have any food on me, do I? To make friends with. What's in an herbalism kit?
Things to make like potions and maybe
right.
some healing medicines and stuff.
Yeah, so that's not very useful. All right.
Probably more of the latter.
All right. Well, I mean, I guess I'll just kind of stroll up in a friendly manner.
Okay.
In a non-threatening way. Trying my best to be as non-threatening, so he doesn't freak out and run away.
Okay. Yeah, he sees you walking down the alley, and he's still kind of like shakenly gets up and is like, what? What do you want?
Hey man, it's cool. Don't worry about me. I just want to talk for a second.
What? Why?
Well, I'm kind of new in town, and I just trying to get a sense of the place. You look like somebody who might know a thing or two about what's going on around town.
Okay. He hides. He sees that he's holding the bread, and he whips it around his back and hides it behind you. And he's like, I'll tell you anything you want to know. Just don't tell anyone I was here.
Man, I'm not no fucking snitch. Okay, you don't have to worry about me. You can eat your bread.
He kind of cautiously brings it back up and starts taking some bites, some small bites.
All right.
Well, what do you want to know?
Well, there's a few things that I'm kind of wondering about. Just generally, what's going on in town? What's the sense of the whole area? I see things aren't going very well, but then specifically, kind of want to get a sense of the king and particularly his bodyguards.
Okay.
What kind of crew he runs with when he's out on the town?
Cool. Carsus. He looks around, kind of peeks around the corners. He says, Carsus, no one see Carsus around here. Carsus doesn't come out of his palace.
Is that up by the arena?
Yeah, the palace is up. It surrounds the arena. Big thing. You can't miss it.
Okay. And can regular folks go up there?
Oh no, sir. No one's allowed even close to the palace without Carsus's permission.
All right.
Ain't nobody I know has ever met with Carsus.
Okay. I get the sense people around here tend not to be big fans of Carsus.
Well, you don't bite the hand that feeds you. Well, if we were getting fed, yeah, we don't like him too much. I'm just a kid, but my dad said that this town used to be pretty nice to live in, and as you can see, things are pretty shitty at the moment.
What do if I was going to be, let's say, in the king's orbit anytime soon, is there anything I need to know?
The only way that I know to see King Carsus is the only people that see him are his direct guards, the Grey Guard, and people that win the cleansing.
Okay. Tell me more about the Grey Guard. What's their deal?
Oh, the Grey Guard protects the king. I've seen them around, but they mostly stay in the palace as well. You got the City Guard. Now they patrol the streets. The Grey Guard, they're something totally different. They're a dangerous bunch.
In what way?
They got weird gray skin and white eyes. It's like they're under some kind of spell or something.
Interesting. All right. Well. So, in other news, you know about any good scores around here?
Scores? Scores? What do you mean scores?
I think you know what I mean by scores.
Oh.
You just scored yourself some bread.
Nothing in this part of town, trust me. There ain't nothing worth any value.
All right. Well,
nothing I've found anyway.
Well, let me ask you this. It seems like y'all have fallen on tough times for sure. Is there anything I can do to help out?
You seem like you know a thing or two about burglaring. You think you could teach me some tricks?
I could certainly teach you some tricks. It would be an honor to teach you some tricks.
Okay.
I teach him some tricks.
You teach him some tricks. You actually head off to a more popular part of town. You probably head up to, I would say he points you in the direction of the market district, where kind of some people hang out to sell things. So maybe you guys can snatch some goods together. And you guys travel through this market district, and it's not crowded, but there are a lot more people around here. And you teach him some tricks, maybe stealing some low grade stuff to start with him. And as you're traversing through the crowd, a little boy runs. You can see a little boy running through the crowd straight at you too, and he runs directly between you and this kid that you met, and brushes up against the side of you.
I'm gonna grab him because I think he just pickpocketed me.
Okay, you're gonna grab him by the arm.
Yeah.
All right. Roll a dexterity check. Just straight or sleight of hand.
Sleight of hand. 21.
Okay, yeah, you grab him by the wrist, and he kind of freaks out. And you as you grab him by the wrist, he turns, and you can see that he's got this big black eye. Like his eye is totally swollen on the left side, big black eye in his face. And he says, he doesn't say anything. He's just completely silent as he turns towards you.
Okay, what's going on, little man?
And he shakes his head and tries to rip away from you. And in the distance, you hear this sound of a familiar voice that says, that's him! That's the guy who took my pocket watch! And you see at the end of the street Simon, and he's pointing directly at you. and he is backed up by about a dozen guards who are running after you.
He's pointing to me, not the kid.
He's pointing to you.
All right, I'll turn to my two friends, or my 1.5 friends, my friend and this kid who I've scared the shit out of. I'm going to say, all right, boys, 5-0's here. You all go ahead and I'll take care of this.
Okay. All right, they run off. They run off. And as they run off, you feel something hit against your leg in your cloak, and you reach your hand down and you pull out a pocket watch.
Oh, that kid
nice golden pocket
wasn't
watch.
picking my pocket. He was putting the pocket watch on me. That sneaky little bastard. I knew it. Whatever.
Okay.
He's poor.
Yeah, guards are closing in. They're like 10 feet from you.
And they're in front of me?
They are in front of you, chasing you down. Yep.
Oh, shit. What's around me? So I'm in the middle of like a square?
Yeah, you're in the middle of the square. Like, people have seen this and have kind of parted ways around you.
I'm going to fucking bolt. In whatever direction my friend went, I'm going to run in the opposite direction.
So they ran away from the guards. You would be running towards the guards.
Well, we're in 3-dimensional space.
Oh, okay. So you're just running. Okay, gotcha. So maybe they
I mean, I can run perpendicular to where they went. I'm just running in a different direction than they went because I don't want them to get caught.
Okay. Yeah. All the guards start chasing you. Let's do a contested dexterity check just to see if they catch up with you. I'm gonna roll and add their dex, and you're gonna roll and add your dex. 16 for me.
Fuck. 9.
Okay. Yeah, they chase you down, Durf, and they tackle you to the ground and shackle your legs and your arms together, and together they carry you out from the market district. All right, Tug, what are you doing at the bar?
I opened that thing. Opened it up just like the one in our little village.
Okay.
Cleaning some glasses, having a nip myself, trying to get some of the just general dust and smell out of that place.
Mm-hmm.
I think is the general look of what I'm trying to do right now.
Okay. Yeah, sure. You don't see any customers come in for hours. It's completely empty. You're dusting around. You're picking up tables, trying to make this place more. You feel like this is kind of a desecrated temple almost of this bar, and you just want it to look good and kind of spruce the place up for customers. But no one comes in. And you sit most of the day just kind of sipping drinks at the bar by yourself. And you realize that Durf and Carl haven't made their way back to the bar, and you're starting to get a little worried, a little bored.
And there's no one that's come into the place yet?
No, absolutely no one.
Oh, that's disturbing in and of itself. I guess I'll hang tight. I mean, knowing the other two stories, obviously I'd go, but I feel like leaving would just make it difficult for Simon or anybody else to find us.
Yeah, that's cool.
So, yeah, I'll just hold tight.
You're just holding tight. All right, you hold tight, and afternoon comes and goes, and it's nighttime at this point. And the only thing you have left to do is to just go to sleep because you're tired. They haven't come back yet. Obviously, they're doing something. You wanted to protect the bar. Simon hasn't come back. So yeah, you post up and you fall asleep.
Sleep I shall.
You get a long rest, and you also wake up. And you wake up the next morning, and above you are more guards staring right down at you as you sleep. And one of them says, "Yeah, you coming with us?"
No, thank you.
Okay. Yeah. You want to try to get up, fight him, or what would Tug do?
Tug would 110% pop up and start fighting.
Okay,
Guaranteed.
let's go. Roll initiative.
18.
Okay. Oh, nice.
You're just cursed with us being there.
Yeah, that's right.
18.
That's like 17 dice rolls right there.
Well, there's a lot of guys. There's like 4 of them surrounding you. Okay. You're up first, actually. So you get to decide what's up.
Well, things are definitely up.
You were surrounded by 4 guys near the hearth, You're all within their melee range.
Is chugging a potion a free action?
No. You have all health though. Oh, you have your beers. That's right.
That's right. I do have. I'm to the gills in beers. All right. So what we're gonna do is I'm gonna clap these fist wraps of the bull together,
Okay.
and I'm gonna make expend a key point as well, so I can use flurry of blows on the nearest guard to my left.
Okay. All the fists at one dude.
Yes.
Okay. All right. Roll them.
First one is a 23.
Okay. Yeah, that'll hit.
Okay. For 9.
Holy shit. You get him right in the stomach, and he keels over in pain with this first thing. He's not dead, but he is real hurt, kind of incapacitated right now as your fist collides with his stomach, and he bends over and coughs up blood.
So incapacitated meaning like I get a feeling that I don't have to worry about him putting any heat on me?
Perhaps. Not a whole lot.
Okay, then instead of... So what I'll do is I'll try to just come down, like if he's buckled over, I'll just try to come down with a swift left elbow in the back of the head to take him out.
All right, sweet.
That is a natural 1, so I will use luck. For 15.
That'll hit. Yep, that just hits.
Okay. For 7 more damage.
Okay, yeah, you hit him just on the back as he keels over, and he collapses and falls to the ground, and he's not moving. It was his turn next, so we'll go with another guard.
I used flurry of blows, so I got one more.
Oh, that's right. You get one more.
Punch.
You get one more attack.
So
yeah, go ahead.
So once I dropped in, I'm going to step through like a crow hop punch into the nearest nether regions of the next guard.
Okay, sweet.
23.
Yep, hit.
And flurry of blows is just a D4, I think.
Right, plus your dex.
For 8 damage.
Okay, yeah, you kick him pretty good too, and he kind of like and bends over, holding his crotchal region.
Key question: How many are there?
4.
Okay, cool.
So you have successfully downed 1, and another one doesn't feel great. But the remaining 2 are going to try to together aid each other in grappling you to kind of hold you down and grab you by the arms. So with the 2 of them working together, they're going to have advantage against your, let's say against your dexterity. So roll just a normal dex, d20 plus your dex, and I'll roll 2 d20s and see if I beat you.
Okay. Ooh, not a good time to get a 2 there, Kirk.
So that's a 7?
That is a 6 total.
6 total? Okay. Okay, my first roll was a natural 20, believe it or not. I will show you the dice. Not that it matters, but that's what it was. Yeah, so they managed to grapple you easily and kind of hog tie you with these ropes, and they take you away as well.
Well, I tried.
Last time on You Meet in a Tavern. We're closed.
Very weird thing to say for the people that just came out of your fucking basement.
He's pretty drunk. What are you?
Simon, listen up.
Who are you?
Simon, listen up. We were sent here by Aaron Milos.
We're looking for an amulet that we think is in the possession of Karsus.
Karsus? Oh. You need a meeting with Karsus. And there's a note on the chair that it says, lots to do. We'll return this evening. Explore the city if you must, but wear these. They will help you blend in with the locals. And you hear from outside the temple a series of pounding feet as dozens and dozens of guards surround the temple and bust through the doors.
If I was going to be let's say, in the king's orbit anytime soon. Is there anything I need to know?
The only way that I know to see King Karsus is the only people that see him are his direct guards, the Grey Guard, and people that win the cleansing. And in the distance, you hear this sound of a familiar voice that says, "That's him! That's him! That's the guy who took my pocket watch!" And you see at the end of the street Simon, and he's pointing directly at you. And you wake up the next morning, and above you are more guards staring right down at you as you sleep. And one of them says, "Yeah, you coming with us." What would Tug do?
Tug would 110% pop up and start fighting. Ooh, not a good time to get a 2 there, Kirk.
So they managed to grapple you easily and kind of hog tie you with these ropes, and they take you away as well. Welcome back. You guys were just captured by the city guard, Karsus' city guard in the city of Corbai, and you were each taken up. Now, this is going to be a little different because you guys are totally separate. So Carl got captured maybe like mid-afternoon, along with Durf, probably about the same time, and then Tug, you got captured the next morning. So it's going to be a little bit, you're going to be split up for a little while, maybe get back together, but the story kind of stays the same, but we might jump back in between the three of you. You're each taken up through the high city to the inner gates of the Palace of Kings in Corbai. Now, what you can see of the redemption pit, which is the thing that kind of sits in the middle of this palace that surrounds it, what you can see of it is made from a skeleton of wood filled with rough red stone bulging from the seams. The canopy above is held up by thick beams of oak draped in black tattered cloth, flapping in the desert wind hundreds of feet above your head. The two enormous golden statues of a horned figure loom overhead as you are led through a descending stairway below the arena. A guard grabs a torch off a nearby wall and leads you through a dark stone hallway for a while until you reach a doorway that opens into a larger, dimly lit room. Behind a large oak desk sits a scrawny man sitting between two burly guards, their faces masked in shadow despite the flickering candlelight. I guess we'll start with Carl, since you got captured first. So you are captured, you are kind of shackled behind your hands, and you stand here in front of this man at the desk, and he says, "Name?"
My name is Carl.
Crime?
I have committed no crime.
Uh-huh. Okay, so the guard says, trespassing in restricted area.
There were no signs posted.
You saw the chains, sir. If you remember, there were chains that surrounded the temple district that you had to crawl past. So the scrawny man jots down something on a long roll of parchment that furls over the desk and onto the floor, and he says, 6. The guards strip you of all your belongings and place them in one of the many chests that line the right side of the room. All your armor, all your clothes, I guess except you're probably wearing... Are you a boxers or briefs kind of guy?
No, commando.
Just straight commando? Carl's like, I thought I would take you as a briefs guy.
Carl the commando.
Carl the commando. Okay, so you're just flying in the wind. Okay.
Dumb game strong.
The chest is marked with a large number 6 in this wet red paint and carried by one of the guards out of a side door. And as you watch this happen, you feel a sudden rush of cold metal as a thick, heavy iron collar is snapped around your neck and shoulders. Out of the corner of your eye, you can see a blinking green light on its side. You notice now an identical contraption sitting just right of the scrawny man's parchment with what looks like a large melon sitting in it. The man behind the desk pulls out a rectangular box with a big red button. And he says, "Try any funny business." And he's interrupted by a loud crack as two metal blades are released from the iron band, slicing the melon in half with ease. Half of it rolls over towards him, and he picks it up and takes a big old juicy bite. A cloth sack is thrown over your head, and you hear the creak of an iron door as you are led barefoot through a series of wet stone hallways. So that was Carl. We're gonna kind of like pan over to Durf, who you're kind of go through the same thing. Durf, you get taken down this hallway and get down to the room with the man that's writing some stuff on the scroll, and he says, "Name."
Go fuck yourself.
He says, "Oh, a feisty one. Crime." And one of the guards perks up and says, "Theft and fleeing the scene of a crime." And he jots down something on this long roll of parchment, and he says the number 8. And they take away all your belongings. And as they pull off your cloak, one of the guards reaches in your front pocket and pulls out, with hanging by its tail, a scrawny brown rat. Pulls out Eugene. And he's to you, he's squeaking to everybody else, but to you, he's saying, Durf, what the fuck, man? Help me out. Help a brother out.
So, okay, I'm gonna say. Well, let me ask you this: am I cuffed?
You are. Your hands are kind of tied tight behind your body, and they're holding onto your hands.
Okay. I'm gonna say Eugene. Well, I'm gonna say this telepathically because I can talk to Eugene with my brain. I can talk to other animals with my mouth, but I can talk to Eugene with my brain. I'm gonna ask him: are there any holes you see around here that we could get out of here in?
Okay, so he's going to make just a plain perception check. I would say his wisdom is not very high, so he's not going to get any pluses or minuses. I don't actually know what the stat block for a rat is. Okay, so he's going to like peek around, look to the left and to the right, and you guys are just squeaking at each other. He rolls a 4.
Sweet.
He's like, he's like, Durf, I don't see nothing, man. I'm scared. You got to help me. You got to help me out. And one of the guards is like,
Can I also do a perception check? Because I'm also looking around.
Sure, I guess you can. Sure, yeah.
My perception is pretty good. That is a 20.
A 20?
Yeah.
Okay. So what's your wisdom's like a +3?
It's +4, and I am proficient.
Oh shit. Okay. So yeah. So you look around and you're looking for holes or some kind of cracks. You noticed in front of you to the right of the desk, there's that big iron door that leads somewhere else into the dungeons. And you do notice that like there's maybe a couple 2 or 3 inch space in between the ground and the door. But that's about it as far as holes that you might see in the walls or, like tunnels that are around, tiny tunnels.
Rats can squeeze through a hole the size of a quarter.
Okay. That's good to know.
So here's what I'm going to do. And it might work and it might not work.
Uh-huh.
I'm going to headbutt the guard who's holding Eugene in the nose.
Okay.
So that he'll drop Eugene. Okay. I'm going to yell, "Let's get the fuck out of here." And I'm going to turn into a rat, and we're going to get the fuck out of there.
Wow. Okay. So that's fine. That's a great idea. I love it. All right. So you're going to have to make a unarmed attack roll. So this is going to be a D20 plus your strength modifier to see if you hit this guy with your head.
Okay. 19.
Wow. Yeah, okay, fuck. Yeah, you crush this asshole in the face with your forehead. And he's going to take, what's your strength modifier? Well, you roll it. D4 plus your strength modifier.
0.
Okay.
3.
Yeah, he's going to take 3 damage as you bust up his nose and blood starts ringing down his face. And he lets a howl like, "Ah!" and throws Eugene up into the air, who lands on the ground. And starts running after the door, and he makes his way through this crack in the door, Are you trying to turn into a rat at this point?
As soon as I make contact with his nose and he staggers back, I turn into a rat and follow Eugene.
Okay. Okay. So as you turn into a rat, if you remember when we first started and you first turned into your first animal, all the things that you wear become rat sized.
Okay.
So the guard is still kind of holding on to your tiny little roped hands. So you're gonna have to make like some kind of strength check to make sure you get loose. Just imagine this happen.
You just got DM'd, motherfucker.
Wait, so can a rat even have its hands tied behind its back?
Well, I might be real uncomfortable, but yeah, it can. I'm gonna need you to make a strength check.
A strength check. Okay.
What's your rat bonus on strength checks, fam?
3.
Okay, you are unable to kind of get out of these restraints as he's grabbing your hand, and he picks you up, and he's like, "God damn it! What the fuck is this?" And
I bite him on the hand.
You bite him on the hand. Okay, it hurts. And he walks you out through those main doors, and the chest with all your belongings on it goes through the side door. I guess he's walking you out. He's more like just cupping you in both hands. He's like, I fucking hate druids.
I'm gonna keep biting him.
Okay. All right, Tug. Yeah, same thing, Tug. You get led the next morning. You get led down this tunnel to this main room where the guard says, or the man behind the desk says, name,
Tug Mugbar.
crime,
Over enthusiastic finger puppetry. Double birds. Double birds.
and one of the guards like smacks you across the face, and he says, breaking and entering and resisting arrest.
Absolutely not. I was sleeping. You guys broke in and entered. That's bullshit.
Okay. And the guy behind the desk says 12, and he jots down something on this long roll of parchment.
Literally my favorite number.
Good.
Just kidding. My favorite number is 11.
Well, okay. And the guard writes a big number 12. He starts to write an 11, and then he's like, "Oh shit, no!" Then he writes a 12 on the chest with all your belongings that are removed from your person. Are you a boxers or briefs guy? Didn't ask her.
I'd also feel like Tug would wear nothing ever.
Jesus.
Real question though: are my fists still attached to my wrists?
Yes. Oh, your wraps. Your wraps. Okay, yeah, your fist wraps are still attached to your.
I'm in
to your
great
fist,
shape.
Yeah,
I'm in great shape.
Yeah, and the guards take you out through that main door. A cloth sack is thrown over your head, and you hear the creak of an iron door as you are led barefoot through a series of wet stone hallways. You smell warm sweat, blood, and hemp from your makeshift helmet as you travel, listening to cries of pain and hideous laughter coming from what can only be other prisoners in their cells. Tug, I'll say this to you in particular, Tug, as you walk down this passageway, all of a sudden you feel this unexplainable tightness in your chest and this pain that kind of rushes through your whole body. You weren't hit, you didn't stub your toe or anything, but you stumble for just a moment to catch your footing as you kind of fall forward to the ground, almost passing out almost.
Question, is it like heartburn or shortness of breath?
A little bit of both. Kind of like a
Okay.
full body, almost like a panic attack kind of thing. The guards yank you back up and give you a solid hit on the head that makes your ears ring for a while. And eventually you guys are thrown forward. They remove your shackles and throw you, all three of you, forward into a cell of your own. You hear a loud slam from an iron door echoing off the walls around you. And you guys are all in cells.
All in cells,
Separate.
within
Your own
within
cells.
vision of each other, but we can see each other. Yeah.
No. I will say probably Carl and Durf might have passed each other since they were captured around the same time. Tug, you haven't seen any sight of either of them. But you guys are in your own cells. And as you look around, you see just this plain iron door with no windows covering the only entrance to this room.
So iron door doesn't have like the classic like 3 bars like viewing window at the top.
No,
Like nothing I could yell through.
Nothing you could yell through. No.
I will attempt to yell
cannot.
anyways.
Okay.
I will attempt to yell anyways because I don't know if we can hear each other or not. I'm just gonna yell out. Durf, Carl. Anybody here? Where you guys at?
Okay. Why don't you guys roll perception checks?
21.
Wow. Okay. Yeah. Durf, over kind of like the screams and the moans, you do make out a slight, very, very, very slight noise that you recognize as Tug's voice coming from somewhere in the hallway nearby.
Can I tell what direction it's coming from?
Not really. It's just kind of coming from somewhere outside. Through it's coming through metal and yeah, sure. So yeah. Yeah, that time
Unless you
definitely
just
ran out.
spammed the rat spell.
At some point when you turn back into a half elf, the thick collars, that kind of cockroach comes crawling from a hole in the wall, and it crawls towards you and stops and kind of looks up at you, which is kind of weird for a cockroach. And it sits there for a moment and suddenly opens its wings, revealing a piece of paper that says, "Sorry, only way, trust, stay alive, plan," and it's signed with an S. And by the time you turn back around towards the cockroach, it's gone.
All right. Obviously, I'm going to relay this to Durf.
But you guys aren't in the same cell.
Well, no, I thought you said that we were like in the same room.
No. You guys are in totally separate cells.
Oh, okay.
You don't see each
All right.
other.
I
at
think
all.
he said he passed you guys.
Oh, okay.
But because I
Okay.
was caught the next day.
I misunderstood.
Right. You guys were
So
captured.
I continue to not trust that fucking snitch.
Who? Simon?
Yeah.
Yeah. He kind of fucked you, didn't he?
Yeah, booty hold us hard.
yeah.
Booty squirts, big time.
Okay. Yeah. So you guys sit in the cell. Durf and Carl, you sit there for a long
Tug does
time.
push-ups and works on monk-related monastic body-like workouts, much
Okay.
like he did in the Arcane Tower when
Just-
we were in our time.
Straighten the nude. Don't you need like compression shorts for that kind of stuff?
Disrespectfully disagree. Wayner doesn't touch the ground. We good.
Am I able to take a rest and get the beast shape, or the wild shape that I
Yeah.
burned in my abortive attempt to escape
Right. So,
back?
yeah. So you guys are definitely in. You and Carl both are in there for a pretty long time. You're in there overnight essentially because Tug gets captured in the morning, and Tug, you're still in there for quite a few hours. Over the sounds of the moans and the screams that are coming from the other cells, you hear the occasional dull roar of a crowd coming from somewhere above. A couple times you feel the ceiling rattle as small, loose rocks and dust rain over your head. A few hours later, you are collected from your cells by 2 guards, reshackled, and you are led back through the tunnels for a shorter trip.
Wait, was I not shackled?
No,
I had a plan.
but you had a collar on. I'll remind you, a collar that with a button push, chop your fucking head off.
Okay.
Okay. You still want to do the
The
plan?
game continues.
Still want to
The
play?
game continues.
I kind of do still want to do the plan.
Okay. What are you gonna do?
Actually, okay, yeah, I'm definitely still going to do the plan. I'm going to turn into not a giant wolf spider, but just a regular spider.
Okay.
In the morning before everybody gets up, and I'm going to crawl up over the door and kind of sit right where I can just creep out as soon as they open the door and look in the cell, and they're like, "Where the fuck's that guy? Where'd he go?" I'm going to creep out and
Doesn't the
escape.
color change
Okay.
size?
Okay, that's a good idea. I like that idea. But how are you gonna tell? Because this spell only lasts an hour, right?
Uh-huh.
So you're just like testing this out a few times to see when they're gonna come knock on your cell, because you have no idea when they're gonna come collect you. I'm just
But
trying to
does
be
the-
honest
Hold
here.
on. Doesn't the collar just also change size again?
Yeah,
Because
he would.
whatever he's
He would
wearing?
still have the
So-
collar on as a spider.
But if they chop my head off, I will go to 0 HP and just turn back into a half-elf.
With no
Okay.
head?
No.
What's the recovery plan
There's
there?
a difference between taking damage and getting your fucking head chopped off.
I don't think it is. I think it is. I dispute that.
Okay, yeah, no, I'm just gonna say that's not gonna happen. I tell you what, here we go. Durf, If you can roll a natural 20, I will allow you to time it perfectly so that you are a spider when they open the door.
Okay. Let's fucking do it. Let's roll a natural 20.
He should have said that.
Fuck! 19. A
Well,
fucking
wasn't it?
19.
It was a 19.
Cool. Durf's dead.
Okay, yeah, no, doesn't work. Durf, you turn into a spider and you post up at the top of the door and you wait there and you wait and you wait and you wait and you turn back into Durf and fall to the ground, and the guard opens the door just after this happens and sees you in a heap on the floor and says, "What the fuck's up with this guy?" And he picks you up and shackles you, and you guys are taken on a shorter trip.
Are we all naked right now?
Are you naked? I don't know. You didn't say whether you're boxers or briefs.
I wear a fig leaf over my balls.
This is the floating fig leaf.
Wilderness style.
Okay, sure. Are you taken on a shorter trip and led back through the tunnels, and you were taken to a small room, and you still have the bag over your head, but you feel rock and sand beneath your feet. There's nothing in this room except for a large oak chest with the number that the man behind the desk called on it. One of the guards says right before closing the door, "Might want to put your shit back on for this." And the door slams behind them. And you guys are all in separate rooms here.
And my shit's in there.
Yeah, you open the chest and you see that it's got everything you came to the dungeons with. All items,
boy.
all your weapons, all your armor. It's got any beers or health potions that you might have had. The only things that are missing are the pouch of pocket portals that you had, and all of your gold is gone.
So literally just my goal is gone because I'm the only one that had any left.
That is correct.
No, I had a little bit.
Oh, okay. 3 gold pieces? I had like 10K. I had infinite gold.
Hey, I had 80.
Oh, the big speech. You get all your weapons back. The only literal thing I had on me is beer and gold. And I got half of my stuff stolen. I lost all my darts to the queen. This is a nightmare. I'm going through so much personal turmoil right now. This is unreal. I don't know who I am. I don't know where I am. I'm crying. My friends aren't around. Half my inventory has just been decimated. Whatever. This is a nightmare.
So you guys gonna collect your things, or?
Yeah, I mean,
I collect my
I will
things.
go pick up my one thing that's left. I'm dying. I'm gonna get killed. This is a nightmare. They have spells and shit. I have nothing. I had gold. That's the only thing I had. All right. Well, try to win it back, I guess.
Durf, what were you gonna say?
Speaking of stuff, I realized that I didn't know when I made my character what a druidic focus was, but it's like
It's like a holy
Carl's
symbol.
paladin focus, right?
Yeah, it's something.
Yeah, I've been carrying like a fucking deer antler around with me the whole time.
A deer antler. Okay, I like that.
Just in case you need to do some like covert ops, just stabbing in the throat.
Right.
One deer antler.
Okay.
Cool.
Sweet.
He gets his gizmo, but you know.
All right, so that's your druidic focus. I'm glad we could clear that up. Episode 11. Okay, so as soon as you collect all your things,
Derp,
and
we make mistakes. Derp, we make mistakes.
as soon as you collect all your things and kind of throw them on and get all your stuff, put them back in your bags or pouches or whatever you have, the ground below you shakes and begins to rise up. And as the ceiling above you creaks open, your eyes sting as they adjust to daylight once again. As the floor finishes its ascent, you see red boulders of various shapes and sizes scattered around you, some as tall as 10 or 15 feet, forming a staggered series of rock partitions between you and whatever may be on the other side. In front of you in the distance looms a wide cylindrical structure of alternating metal and stone sections that you can see over top of the boulders, reaching at least 50 feet into the air. As your eyes follow this up to the top, you see the source of the tremendous cheering roar that rings out across the arena. Thousands of people line the stands, but the cheering sounds almost unnatural, like wild animals fighting over the last piece of meat. You look out across the faces of men, women, and children, and you see blank stares with open mouths. Some even look uncomfortable or confused, but the cheering continues. Suddenly, a hush falls over the crowd as a low horn blows from somewhere above, and all is still. A booming voice echoes over the arena, cutting the silence like a knife. From your position, Durf and Carl, from where you are, you can't see this, but Tug can see a large black pavilion amongst the stands sticking out, separate from the crowd on thick wooden beams. At the edge of the platform is a massive horned humanoid standing nearly 8 feet tall. Rough black horns curve around his skull and stick straight up like a crown atop a body of deep red skin. His arms are as wide as tree trunks, and his thick tail curls protectively around his feet. Bare-chested, you clearly see a wooden amulet around his neck, glowing purple. And Tug, your hands burn with a furious pain. And he says, "People of Corbai, the ones you see before you have committed grave crimes against your city. Crimes that must be met with punishment. Do not pity them. I ask little of you but to obey the laws within these city walls. But I am a just king. I offer them a chance to cleanse themselves of their charges, a chance to go free, a chance at redemption." He stops and looks down at the arena and calls out, "Show that you are worthy of forgiveness, and I will feast with you and toast to your health. 12 go in, 3 come out. This is the redemption pit. Welcome to the cleansing." And another low horn rings out as more ghost-like cheers erupt from the crowd. You see in the corner of your eye a light on your collar flicks on and glows green once again. And you're in it. You're in the ship. Shoo! Anyone else got goosebumps from that? Nope, just me. What's up, guys? This is Joe, the Dungeon Master for You Mean in the Tavern podcast, your host. Hope you guys are doing well. Thank you for tuning in to episode 11. A lot come out in 2 weeks with more action.
I'm in the shit.
Who wants to start?
Hold on. So we don't have
would be extremely helpful. Okay, enjoy the second half. We will talk to you in 2 weeks. Bye, guys.
I'm in the shit.
Who wants to start?
Hold on. So we don't have a visual on the rest of the field, right?
You do not. You are standing amongst red boulders that vary in size, anywhere from 4 feet tall to upwards of 15 feet tall. They are on either sides of you at different distances, 5-10 feet away from you. But you can't really see. The only thing you see in front of you, above the rocks, is this big metal and stone tower in the center of the arena. and on either side, you really can't see past these different rocks that are staggered around.
So it doesn't limit our movement.
No,
it just obscures our vision.
Exactly.
You can't see each other.
You can't see each other. You can't see anybody else that may or may not be in this arena.
I don't know if this is a sidebar question, but are the rocks laid out in such a sense that I could kind of dexterously bounce from one to another to get a high vantage point because I'm kind of tiny?
Yeah, I mean, definitely we can make that happen. All right, so why don't we start? And you guys can go. You can do whatever you want. It's open season. This is an arena. Like I said, there's 12 people in this arena. Only 3 come out alive. All of you are hooked up with these collars. You can go left or right or straight or whatever you want to do. Why don't we start with Tug?
Tug's bounding up the rocks to try and get a higher vantage point to see what's going on.
Okay, yeah. To your left or to your right?
If I'm 12, I'm assuming it's like a clock. I'm going to go to my left.
Okay, yeah. So if you're facing like the central pillar, go to your left.
If I'm standing at 12 and looking to the center of the clock, I'm moving to my left towards 1 o'clock.
I gotcha. Okay, yeah. So you start heading to your left, and you give me an acrobatics roll.
That is a 16.
Yeah, you bound up a couple different shorter rocks pretty easily and find yourself, maybe you hop off like a 4-foot rock and then scramble up a 5-foot rock and then take another leap over to a 7. You get up to like a 10-foot rock and you can see over top of these boulders, and you see straight ahead towards the pillar, you see this vast kind of expanse of plain red sand all the way to the base of the pillar. And pretty close to you, about 40 feet in front of you, in between you and the tall pillar of metal and stone, you see this massive beast, and its eyes are darting back and forth among the rocks. It's dark brown in color, and it's got matted fur that sticks up in a frenzy, and it's almost bear-like in size. But as it turns its head, kind of in your direction, you see the unmistakable face of a giant owl. And as you kind of scan the scene around, you see 2 similar-looking beasts, one white and one black, far, far off in the distance on the other side of the tower.
Very good. Okay, so I register that. I haven't seen any of the other combatants yet,
right?
Correct? Okay, so...
and actually, why don't you go ahead and give me a... Well, no, finish what you were going to say.
Oh, I was just going to say, because I don't really know what turn order is, I'm going to bound back down the rocks and stay within the last row of rocks to when the opening starts.
Okay, so so we're going to play this like there's no turn order until you see a combatant and you're in combat with them. So it's kind of free actions until we get into initiative. And as you turn to kind of hop down these rocks, I want you to give me a dexterity saving throw.
Okay. 24.
Oh, shit. Okay. Yeah, you hear, as you're turning, you hear behind you this like singing of a weapon heading in your direction. And you turn, and this is an attack. Someone's attacking you with a ranged weapon. And you notice that it is a long green javelin that's coming and flying straight for you.
I have a thing called deflect missiles. I can roll to reduce the damage, but I don't know if a straight dodge plays into that.
You're making
I don't actually know.
Yeah, I mean,
I don't actually know how that works.
You're dodging it. I probably should have made an attack roll instead of a saving throw. Well, I'll make an attack roll and see if he would hit anyway. He would get an 11. Does that hit?
That would not hit. Yeah,
so he would miss and you would dodge. So I'll let you decide, since you rolled so high, if you want, you can use this ability. It's cool.
Okay, so I effectively, I can roll to reduce the damage, but since it was a complete miss, I believe it goes into a ranged attack for me, which would equal a catch of whatever it was and attempting it to send it back in the other direction.
Okay, yeah. So, I mean, this is totally like a homebrew kind of, we fucked the rules up, but whatever, it's going to be awesome. I'm going to let you catch this thing midair and spin around and fire it. And since you didn't know where it came from, you're going to be at disadvantage. So roll a ranged attack at disadvantage.
So I believe a ranged attack is my attack bonus based on dexterity, correct?
Plus your dex. And this would be considered a simple monk weapon, so you would add your proficiency as well.
Okay, so these are going to get +6, and I take the lower one.
Right.
So the first one was a 25, and then the second one was a 12.
Okay, so you would take the 12, which would just miss. So you fire this thing back in the direction that it came from, and you see as this javelin hits the side of this rock with a clang, you can see a rush of this black cloak dodge behind the rocks in that direction.
Okay, so I have a grasp of where my nearest opponent is. Awesome.
Yep,
okay,
and it's your
cool.
turn. And we're in initiative, so go ahead and roll. Instead of rolling initiative, since he had the first attack, that was kind of a surprise attack on you. It's your turn. We'll just say it's your turn.
Okay, so can I move to where I saw his cloak duck behind the rocks?
Yes, and that's
that close
about
enough?
25 feet away from you.
Okay, so I'm going to chase after him at regular pace so I can get there. And I guess I kind of turn the corner of the rock. What do I see when I turn the corner of where I saw his cape?
Okay, roll a stealth check. Are you trying to sneak up stealthily or just kind of like barrel after him?
I'm just kind of barreling after him.
Okay, yeah. So you see a tall man kind of draped in these white and tan cloths, and he's got 6 different javelins sticking out from behind his back. And since you came barreling over, he was ready. And as you turn the corner, he is going to strike out with a dagger to kind of catch you off guard because you're entering his space without kind of sneaking up on him.
Okay.
And he rolls a 14.
That is just shy.
Okay, so he strikes out with the dagger, and you definitely dodge out of the way, and it misses just below your left arm. And go ahead and make your whatever you want to do, your attack.
So as his so if it went right under my left arm, he was probably attacking me with his right hand.
Yes.
Okay, so as I dodge out of the way, I'm going to come down with a straight elbow on his forearm.
Mm-hmm.
And then to try and incapacitate him a little bit, and then my other attack's going to be like a right hook, so kind of like bend him down with the straight elbow down on his extended arm, and then a right hook to the face.
I like it.
So the first is a 17.
That will hit.
Okay, I will roll damage. 6.
Yep. So you get him with the elbow, and you actually hear a crack as your elbow breaks a bone in his forearm.
Landed just, so I'm gonna still come through with the right hook
Mm-hmm.
on my second attack there, and that is a 17 again.
Okay, yeah, that will also hit then.
For 5 damage.
Okay, yep. You crack him outside the head, and his head kind of bounces back on the rock, and he's bleeding from his nose and his right ear, and he does not look in good shape. He's going to whip around and pull another javelin from behind his back and attempt to kind of slash you across the chest with it, like in one smooth motion, unsheath his javelin and also come down at you with it. And he's going to roll a 20, 14 plus 6.
Yep.
So
good.
you're going to get hit with 7 piercing damage, and I need you to make a Constitution saving throw.
Constitution saving slow. That's not good for me. That is a gentleman's 4.
Okay, so that misses as well. So you are also going to take 3 damage to your chest, and it kind of sizzles around your chest and starts to spread at different areas, and you feel this acidic pain kind of cross through your whole body. And it's your turn.
Okay, so I'm going to take this moment. Can I actually cash in one of my fish strikes for like a verbal exchange? Does that make sense?
Yeah, you can talk as an action. Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna say something along. I guess I should do it in character. We can both make it out of this. Fucking stop.
Okay. He looks at you with these narrowed eyes, and his face is kind of covered in this cloth over his mouth. Why don't you make a persuasion check?
17.
Okay, yeah. He looks at you with narrowed eyes, and he keeps his eyes fixed on your fists, and he's holding his hand. He's holding his broken arm with one hand, and he just nods to you slowly and darts off back across the rocks, and he disappears into the distance.
Cool.
All right, let's switch over. So the camera kind of zooms out from that action and pans across the arena, and then zooms down to Durf.
Okay. I'm just gonna kind of creep. I'm not looking for a fight. I'm like, just kind of creeping around, trying to get a sense of things. Would hope to either get a jump on somebody or be able to just sneak past them.
Okay.
So I just want to kind of, I guess I'll go like, we'll say, where it's round, right? The arena we're in is round.
Yeah, it's like ovular in shape, so you can go forward through the rocks or left or right.
I'm going to kind of creep counterclockwise, hoping I run into Carl or Tug.
Okay. Sure. Yeah, go ahead and roll a stealth check.
That is a 20.
Okay, sweet. So you dart back and forth the rocks, kind of like James Bond-esque, like rolling left and rolling right. You might not need to, but that's what you're doing anyway. And you are sneaking around the arena, and you peek your head across this pretty large red boulder. And in front of you, you see, also kind of looking around the rocks, this massive, it's not a humanoid figure, but it's human in shape, except it's got all these mechanical parts as part of its body. You see this arm that's got these pipes and these metal parts that kind of are affixed to its upper arm and lower arm, and its hand is this misshapen metal fist. And it's wearing human clothes, so it's got this big old cloak over top of its chest, and it's actually wearing this like cowboy hat. But it is by all means a mechanical creature that is moving on two legs.
And is he like, okay, so it's a circle. Is he like towards the center of the circle, or like in the direction I was sneaking, sort of counterclockwise around the arena?
Kind of in the direction you were sneaking. So from where you're at, when you look straight, all you see is more rocks. And there's this big, tall wall topped with this barbed wire off to your left that's curving around the arena that you can kind of see above the rocks.
So basically, I can't keep going in the same direction.
Well, you could, but you would. Yeah, you could go. You could sneak past him if you wanted to. Sure.
I'll try to sneak past him.
Okay. Roll another stealth check since he's in your, and you're going to roll it against his perception.
Okay. What does that mean? If I beat his if I beat his check, I win.
Right.
Okay.
So you roll a stealth.
15.
Okay. I rolled an 18. His perception is -1, so 17. So I beat your perception. So yeah, as you kind of roll forward to sneak out of the way, he hears you, and he very quickly turns around and kind of lifts his arm up in a fist and cocks it, and his fist springs out in a bow, and this bolt gets loaded up from his forearm, and he fires it directly at you. And he rolls an 8.
He misses.
Yeah, so he misses. So as you're rolling, kind of doing a somersault forward, the bolt bounces off the rocky ground and up and hits another rock. And roll initiative, because that was a surprise attack. So he might get another attack on you.
15.
He got a 13. So you're up first.
Okay. Well, first I'm going to put my hands up in a conciliatory way and say, "Hey, man, what are you in for?"
He just looks at you and he says, "Does not compute."
Not much of a talker, I see. I guess, I'll just ask him, 3 of us get to leave here. There's only 2 of us here. We don't have to fight right now.
Persuasion check.
11.
Nope, doesn't do it. So he looks at you and he says, "No allies must destroy." And he cocks another crossbow and fires it at you. And he rolled a natural 1. So as he fires this, something in his back short circuits, and he twitches, and his arm flies forward up into the sky, and he fires a crossbolt straight up.
All right. How far away from him am I?
About 10 feet at this point.
I am going to use on his hand thing, his little crossbow situation. This is new territory for me, so I don't know how it's going to go.
Okay.
But I'm going to use heat metal on it.
Oh, dope.
That's one of my spells. And so I choose a manufactured metal object, such as a metal weapon or blah, 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 that you can see within range. You cause the object to glow red hot. Any creature in physical contact with the object takes 2d8 fire damage when you cast the spell. And until the spell ends, you can use a bonus action on each of your subsequent turns to cause this damage again. If a creature is holding or wearing the object and takes the damage from it, the creature must succeed on a Constitution saving throw or drop the object if it can. If it doesn't drop the object, it has disadvantage on attack rolls and ability checks until the start of your next turn.
All right, so here's what happens with this creature. Because it is a metallic robot, it is resistant to fire or immune to fire damage, which means it is not going to take fire damage by this. However, it is going to have to make a Constitution saving throw. And if it fails, we'll say that the heated metal kind of melts the crossbow into this liquid metal that cools and renders it unusable.
Okay.
All right. That's a 10. All right, so you cast this, and how are you casting this? Is it something that shoots out of your hand, or you snap your fingers?
I just put my hands out, and it gets hot.
Okay.
Like I'm channeling I don't know.
All right.
I'm exciting the electrons around his hand. Really.
Okay, so you're like twiddling your fingers around like spirit fingers, and the metal around his fist heats and melts, and the bow kind of falls down into the gears within his wrist, and his wrist is basically unusable as a bow now. And he's going to look at this, and on his left hand, he's going to cock it again, and this blade shoots out from his forearm, and he's going to run at you. And he's going to attack with this metallic blade. And he rolls a 15.
15 is a tie.
Okay, so that hits. Tie goes to the attacker. So you're going to take 7 slashing damage as he rips it across your left shoulder.
All right. Okay, so he's like right on top of me, right?
That is correct.
And he's big.
He's pretty big. He's about 7 feet tall, maybe a foot and a half taller than you are.
Okay. I will turn into a crocodile.
Okay.
And
amazing.
As a crocodile, I bite. I have +4 to hit, and if I hit him, he is grappled. Escape DC 12. I don't really know what that means. And until the grapple ends, he's restrained.
So he rolls a strength throw, and if he beats a 12 or gets a 12, he is ungrappled. So go ahead and make this biting attack. And where are you attacking him?
And what does grappled mean?
Grappled,
I should ask before I did
grappled
this.
means his speed is reduced to 0, and his condition ends when the grappler is incapacitated or when an effect removes the grappler from reach. So basically, he can't move. He's grappled. He can't move forward or backward. He could still attack you, but he just can't. His speed is 0.
Okay. All right. Well, fuck it. 23.
Yeah, that will definitely fucking hit.
All right. So it does 1d10 plus 2 piercing damage.
Okay.
4.
Okay. And he has to make a DC 12?
Yeah.
All right, so he's going to roll his strength modifier, and if he beats a 12, he gets a 10. So he is grappled. So you've got him in a lock. He cannot move. However, he can still attack. So he's going to take his sword.
He's also restrained.
He's restrained?
As long as he's grappled, he's also restrained.
Okay, so he's going to attack down at you with this sword that came out of his forearm, and he's going to attack with disadvantage because he is restrained, just kind of around you said the waist, the leg area. Okay, so he's going to hit you because he rolls a 17 with disadvantage.
Okay. Yep, that'll hit.
So he kind of pokes down at your crocodile body and while rolling a. He gets you for 3 slashing damage or piercing damage with this blade that goes just kind of slides off your crocodile's rough skin. And since he is restrained, any attack you're going to do now is going to be done with advantage.
Well, so here's my question. While he is grappled, I can't bite another target. Does that mean I can bite him because he's not another target?
Yeah, you can
do
continue
I have
to bite him.
Ungrapple him? Can I just keep biting him?
Yes, you can keep. You can keep bite. I think you can keep biting him, but you still have to make attack rolls.
Okay, and I'm basically, crocodiles do a death roll, so I'm just like grabbing at I'm gonna attack his leg and kind of rip at it. Death roll. That is a 14.
That just barely hits.
Okay. 7.
7 damage. Okay, yeah, you reach out at his right leg, and you get a couple gears that you can hear crack and break as you twist your arm around, and his leg gets broken underneath him, and now he is prone and does not look like in very good shape. He is prone, so he's going to go ahead and attack.
He's also again grappled if
grappled
he doesn't
and
make
restrained. Okay.
If he doesn't make the save.
Yeah. So, right, Constitution. Yep. That's 15.
Okay.
So he makes the save. So he falls to the ground as you death roll his leg apart from his body and tries to start crawling away, but takes one last slash at your face before trying to get out of this place near you.
Okay.
And he rolls a 12.
12 will hit again.
Okay. And he does 5 damage to your body.
Okay.
To your crocodile.
That is exactly enough to turn me back into a half elf, but I don't take any damage.
All right, crocodile's gone.
So he's on the ground, kind of crawling away from me.
Correct.
Is that my understanding?
Yep.
Belly to the ground, to the extent that this guy has a belly.
Like on his butt. He's like scooching back.
He's like scooching back.
Yep.
Okay.
And I think since you took time to kind of turn back into a half elf, you would normally get a reaction attack if someone leaves your melee range, but since that happened and you're kind of transforming back, you're not going to get that.
Okay, and so if he's prone, do I get like advantage?
Yes, you do.
What does prone do? I get advantage. Yep. Okay, I'm just gonna fucking stab Leaf Tip my spear like into his neck.
Okay.
As he scoots away.
Okay.
Kill him. Knock his head off. Do whatever. 19. 2.
Okay.
plus 1d4. What was I forget? What is Leaf Tip?
Yeah,
is that poison? Can you be poisoned?
Yep.
Can it be like corrosive?
Oh no, it's
poison?
nature damage. It's nature damage.
Nature damage. So 1.
Okay, so 3. That is exactly enough. So I'm serious about that. You take Leaf Tip and you stab it through its neck, and you just hear this bzz, 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 and he goes limp as Leaf Tip kind of twists around wires that once existed there. And you hear this long horn ring out across the arena after you kill this guy.
Are you sure the noise of Leaf Tip isn't...
Pretty sure.
Hashtag healer.
Okay. Wow. All right. The camera zooms out off of that 30-minute fight and rolls on over and zooms into Carl.
That fight took so long, I forgot if you said it. Is there like shrubbery or like vegetation in the
not that you
pit?
can see. No, it's pretty much just dry sand and rocks at your feet, and then just red boulders, no kind of moss or anything going on around you.
Okay. I want to climb to like not the highest peak, the highest plateau that's near me, but like the second highest.
Okay, give me athletics roll for climbing.
Wouldn't that be a strength?
Which is athletics, is a strength.
Is it?
You might be proficient in athletics, which actually might give you more.
Yes. 12.
Okay, you struggle to get up one of the higher rocks, but yeah, you manage to turn to your left and find like a smaller rock, and you stand above it, loud and proud, and you realize you're only really about 4 feet off the ground.
That's high enough for what I want to do.
Okay.
I'm going to take my torches in my pack and pull out my flint and start a fire and light it up. And then I want to retreat to a different plateau just to kind of chill out, see if somebody comes to investigate, kind of check out what happens.
Okay, so your total speed is what?
The walking is 30.
Okay. Yeah, that's cool. So you find a smaller plateau where you can light this fire and like smoke kind of billows out of this torch. And that's only about 5 feet away from you. So you take the other 25 feet to climb a little bit further away from you on top of a different boulder where you were kind of like peeking through to watch what happens.
Yeah.
Okay. Sweet. And you sit there for only about a minute or so, and you see from across the arena, or from across these boulders, creeping up to the torch, you see Tug.
Tug, it's me.
Okay, and Tug looks around. Tug looks around to the left and to the right, and looks up at you and doesn't say anything, and kind of narrows his eyes and starts walking towards you. Carl, give me an insight check.
10.
Okay. Yeah, you see Tug, and you, as a character, totally think that this is Tug. This is Tug Mugbar. I mean, it looks like him. Same size,
I stand
same
up
shape.
and start waving.
Okay.
Tug, it's Carl.
Are you gonna
Come to
hop
me.
down from the boulders? Or are you staying up there?
Yeah, no, I'm gonna not hop down. I want to stay where I am because I want to keep my vantage point.
Okay. Okay, sure. Yeah, so you stay where you are, and Tug kind of walks over to you and scrambles up the boulder next to you.
How are you doing? Where have you ran into anybody yet?
Okay, and in a voice, he says, "Let's team up and fight and kill some other people. What do you say?"
That sounds great. Why don't you go first?
You got it, buddy. Let's go. Very well. And he hops down just directly in front of the boulder, and you kind of lose sight of him under where you just were. You're at the top, and you can't see him kind of below you at the base.
All right, and I'll start following.
Okay. Yeah, so you leap down, and you get clocked in the head well, you might get clocked on the head. Hang on a second. Yeah, that is a 21.
Yeah.
Yeah, you get clocked in the face by this fist that comes right and hits you in the back of the skull for 7 damage. And you quickly turn around to look back at Tug, and you see his eyes are just glowing with this yellow light, this unnatural yellow light, as a fist reaches out towards you again. And that is a 18.
So I have my shield with me, but I don't have it out, so I don't get that bonus?
You didn't have the shield out, no.
Okay,
well, I mean,
so,
I know you can be honest. What
like,
would Carl do? Would he have his shield like ready when he's climbing up? Or he saw Tug, so he probably put it away.
No, I mean, if I thought it was Tug, I wouldn't.
Yeah, yeah. So he's going to attack you again. So he's going to come in with his left hand and do a right hook for 5 damage. So you get smacked in the face on both ends.
Yeah.
And at this point, there's no checks. This is definitely not Tug. You can tell.
All right. Well, I'm going to use Divine Smite and just try and end this quickly.
Okay. Sure.
Hit. Oh, fuck. Ooh. That's a 1.
Oh, it's a critical miss.
Yeah.
What weapon are you using?
Chillrend.
Okay. All right. You unsheath Chillrend from your back and lift it forward and go to strike down at Tug, and it cracks along the boulder in front of you, and a piece of Chillrend kind of flies off, and it loses its blue glow. And Tug rolls to the right, or fake Tug rolls to the right, and he's going to try to strike out at you again. And it's actually going to leap up. This Tug-like creature now with these yellow eyes is going to leap up at your chest and just go straight in with a headbutt onto your forehead. It's going to roll a 13.
That does not hit.
Okay, so you maybe lift your hand up to hold its head, and It is grappled by the hair, but it's still going to come forward with a left hook to your jaw. Rolls another 13.
All right, doesn't hit.
And this rolls just about as good as Tug does. All right, you're up. And this thing is on your chest. He's grappled on your chest.
I'm going to just try and keep him... Actually, I'm going to try and create some distance. I want to try and push him back with my shield.
Okay.
And then kind of make a lunge with Chillrend.
Okay, so I want you to... You're shoving a creature away from your melee attack range just to kind of get him on the ground.
Yep.
And knock it prone. So
Yep.
I need you to make an athletics check, and I'm going to make an athletics check as well with Tug's stats. A 5.
17.
Okay, so yeah, you shove this creature off of you with your right forearm, and it cracks its head on the boulder behind it and falls to the ground prone. That is your attack, so that's like that counts as an action. So he's gonna try to kind of get up, kind of dizzy from this prone attack, and he's gonna reach out at and try to just kick you straight in the balls.
Will he not take any damage from that?
From the blood? Yeah, he take.
From the fall?
He probably should.
Like
Yeah,
hitting his head?
sure. Yeah, when he hits his head on the ground, why don't you roll a d4?
1.
Okay. So he takes 1 damage. Sure.
Yeah.
All right. Okay. Yeah, and he's gonna try climb up and kick you in the balls. Rolls a 14.
Does not hit.
That misses. So Tug lifts its foot up and ends up just kicking you on the inner thigh where you have some heavy armor. So it doesn't do any damage. You're up.
He's laying back on his back, prone, kind of.
He's gotten up at this point.
Oh, he's gotten up. Okay. I want to attack him with Chillrend.
Mm-hmm.
But I want to aim for a non-lethal part of his body.
Okay.
Like a shoulder, maybe.
Sure.
Just trying to incapacitate him.
Okay, that's fine. You want to strike down with Chillrend. Now, with Chillrend, yeah, go ahead and make the attack roll.
15.
Okay, that will hit. Now, with your damage, you're not going to add your cold damage.
Right, because it's now busted.
Right.
Yeah. 6.
Okay, nice. Yeah, you strike down with this broken, chipped part of Chillrend, and the blade cuts through its arm and leaves this huge gash that starts kind of bleeding profusely from its upper forearm. And this is the left arm. So he's going to reach up, and his left arm's kind of limp at its side, and you can start to see this creature, these yellow eyes, and it kind of like blinks in and out. This shape turns from the Tug body to this purple female. You kind of almost see the shadow of this female with long black hair. And she's going to reach up with her right hand and try to punch you. And now the voice that she makes as she goes forward to this punch is much more high pitched. It's not so much Tug's voice anymore. It's more like a raspy, like ah! kind of voice. And it's going to roll a 20.
That hits.
Okay, so that is going to do 5 damage to you. And I assume since Tug's pretty small, this is just kind of getting you in the side between pieces of your armor.
Okay. So obviously we are in close. I'm going to try and kind of grapple her, like grab her with like kind of behind the head with my left hand, and then just kind of slam a fist into her temple to try and knock her out.
Okay, sure.
Go. My own Tug Mug Bar. 18.
18? Yeah, that hits.
Yeah. Okay.
And then you're going to roll a 1d4 plus your strength.
5.
Okay, yeah, you punch this thing in the face, and at this point, the creature is not knocked out, but it is starting. The Tug vision of this face is starting to kind of fade away, and this creature fades into this shape of this dark gray elvish woman that kind of lays there, and she's got these fiery yellow eyes that are looking straight into you, and she is super not happy, and she reaches over across your face and tries to claw with these long nails that she has just straight down your cheeks and tries to take a nice gash out of your face. And she rolls an 18. You have your shield
exactly.
out at this point?
Yeah.
You have 18 exactly?
Yeah.
Okay, so that does hit.
Okay.
So she's going to roll, she does 4 damage to you as she claws your face, and you feel this hot blood running down your cheek.
Before my next attack, I'm going to talk to her. I'm just going to be like, yield now, and this can end. I can bandage you up, and we can find a way out of this.
Go ahead and make an intimidation roll as your action.
18.
Okay, yeah. She says, no, okay, I yield.
My name is Carl. What's your name?
My name is Eve.
Eve, is it okay if I bandage you?
And she says,
Yes, anything. Please, just don't kill me.
okay, do a medicine check. Are you healing her or are you just bandaging her up?
Just kind of bandaging her up. I'm not gonna waste my healing stuff on her. Not
Nice.
yet.
Okay.
That's a natural 20.
Okay, yeah, you bandage the shit out of all her wounds. Like, she's not bleeding anymore. You pop some Tylenol, maybe you hook up like a little IV, and she's got some like good drugs going through her system, and she's ready to go for whatever you two are gonna kind of battle together in the rest of this arena. And as
I
you
don't
said,
mean to interrupt right now, but I literally thought I was a gnome the entire time.
you said halfling monk.
Until I checked my character sheet just now.
What the literal fuck?
So throw that down. Episode 11.
Jesus
Run it.
Christ!
At least I know how initiative works.
What?
Nerf hasn't figured that out for 10 episodes.
Well, you know, when you looked up halfling in the player's handbook to look up all your stats, what were you thinking? What went through your head?
I don't have an answer to that. Tug
Okay.
is going through a very spiritual realization right now.
He just, Tug, in character, spontaneously realizes that he has not been a gnome his entire life.
I was wondering why I was very not able to tinker with basic trinkets. Mystery solved. I'm a different race.
Okay, I'm glad you could have this self-realization moment in your cell.
You can cut all of that out, but that is 110% true fact.
It's fucking going at the end. You know it. Last time on You Meet in a Tavern.